Hi everyone, welcome back to Eden. How are you all doing? So, we have been discussing about types of nouns. Before continuing further, please do like, share and subscribe. And today we'll be discussing about indefinite pronouns only. So, we have seen a huge list of indefinite pronouns. So, in that, some of the most confusing indefinite pronouns, we'll be seeing about them today. So, what is this confusing indefinite pronouns? So generally when we are using indefinite pronouns, they can either be used in singular or in plural, or some are there which are used in both cases, singular and plural. So when are they used in singular, when are they used in plural is the thing which confuses us the most. Okay, so today we'll be seeing that. Before that, we'll just make a small list wherein we'll see like which one will be singular, which one will be plural. So in indefinite pronouns, which we have seen, we have made a huge list, isn't it? Now, singular, like if we say everybody, when we are saying everybody, though it is everybody, we are talking about so many, but it is taken as a single unit. Everybody is present. You won't say everybody are present. You should not use are. You should only use is. Okay? So though it is about many, but still it is taken as a single unit. So it is called as singular. Everybody is present. You have to use is along with this. Singular verb. Right? So everyone, somebody. So somebody is being mischievous. We'll say somebody is mischievous. We don't say somebody are mischievous. Nobody. Okay, so these are the words like these, they are used in singular sense. Though they are about many, you will be using it as a singular sense only. Coming to plural. Next is, so all these which will come as a single unit are taken as singular only. Coming to plural, like if we say both. Both of you keep quiet. When we are saying both of you keep quiet. Okay. Both of you are naughty. Means here when we are saying both, you will be using a plural verb. Okay, you will be using plural. Several children. So you can see that word which we are using, children, is also plural. So you will be using several along in plural sense. Few of the children are sick. If I say few of the children are sick, say few of the children, plural, are sick. Okay? Several of them, like we are saying it in multitude, like we are using it for many. Like many. Okay? If we use many. Many of you are absent, or many of you were absent yesterday. Others, if we use others. Others are unable to come. Some of you have attended, but others are unable to come. So all these words, when we are using in sentences, we are using them either as singular or as plural. This is, though it is for many, but it is being taken as a single unit, so we are using singular. So all these are singular. Plural are both, several, many, few, little. Okay, all these, they come under plural. But 5 words are there which are used both in plural sense and singular sense. What are the most confusing ones which are used both in singular and plural sense? Okay, both singular as well as plural, depending upon the situation, depending upon the sentence which we use. They are most, all, Okay, none. Most, all, none, some, and any. What are they? Most, all, none, some, any. So these are the 5 most confusing words. So with the help of example sentences, we'll see how they are being used as singular, how they are being used as plural now. So for example, with most, if I am just talking about most of the, suppose if I am reading a book, okay, if I am reading a book, most of the book which I am reading means out of a single book, you can see the noun form is singular. Along with word, if we are using a singular form of noun, if the noun form is singular, you will be using it as singular. Most of the book is interesting. So, what I am reading is most of the book is interesting. So, you are using a singular verb here. So, here it is used in singular sense. Now, if the same sentence, most of the books, both are countable nouns. Remember, book is countable noun. Here it is one, here it is many. So, most of the books means out of all the books. Out of all the books in this library, for example, there is a library and there are so many books in the library. So, most of the books in the library are interesting because we are talking about many. So, are interesting here again. Right? So, both these words, the same word most is being used in both the sentences. But for one time it is being used in singular, the other time it is used in plural form. So, this word, when is it supposed to be used in singular form and when is it supposed to be used in plural form, depends upon the noun. Since it is a countable noun, okay, since it is a countable noun, in one case it is singular, the other case it is plural. So, it is easy to identify for countable nouns. Suppose, if it is uncountable nouns which we are talking about, if it is uncountable nouns like most of the furniture, most of the furniture. So we know uncountable nouns will be taken as one unit. Uncountable nouns cannot be counted. They will be taken as one unit. So when we are taking them as one unit, then what will happen? They have to be treated as singular only. So most of the furniture was, you will be using, was expensive. Most of the furniture, suppose we went to a shop to just check out on furniture. So whatever furniture we are looking for, that furniture is like expensive. That means here furniture is an uncountable noun. Furniture is an uncountable noun. So we will be using a singular verb. So most of the furniture was expensive. So here most is used in singular sense. Now if instead of telling furniture as a single unit, if we go for countables like most of the chairs or most of the tables in the same furniture shop, most of the tables were expensive, not was. It will become were expensive. That means each and every table there is expensive. So there it is becoming as countable, it is becoming many. So the same most is being used as plural. So most is being used in singular form and plural form, whether it is countable or uncountable. So you have to observe the noun form to decide whether to use it as singular or plural. That means using it as singular or plural is based on the singular verb or plural verb. So when are we using singular verb or plural verb? Based on the noun form, whether it is singular noun or plural noun, or whether it is a countable or uncountable noun. Right? Similarly, So this is with most. Now with next word is all. If we are taking all of the food dash delicious. So here all of the food. What is food? Is food a countable noun or an uncountable noun? So food is definitely an uncountable noun. It is taken as a single unit. Food means food. It is like we don't count one food, two foods and all. So it is uncountable. So for uncountable noun, it is taken as a single unit. So all of the food was delicious. So in the party which we attended, all the food was delicious. You'll be saying was delicious, not were delicious. It's was delicious. Similarly, instead of saying food, all of the deserts. All of the deserts. When we are saying deserts, it can be different types of desserts. Ice creams, okay, some we can say some pastries, cakes, everything. So all these are different types of desserts which are served, okay, in the party again. So all of the desserts were delicious because that is taken as a plural sense, okay. So the deserts are not, deserts doesn't mean it is an uncountable noun, it is a countable noun, it is like different deserts. So, were delicious. Understood? Similarly, you can go for like none. None of the equipment. If I say equipment, is it countable or uncountable? None of the equipment dash, none of the equipment dash delivered. I have ordered for an equipment. So none of the equipment was delivered because equipment is taken as a single unit. Okay, equipment is taken as a single unit. So therefore it will become none of the equipment was delivered. But if I go for, instead of equipment, if I just divide what is inside, suppose if I say none of the computers, none of the computers, we won't say equipments. We won't use the word equipments, we will say equipment. It is a single unit. But if we use computers, none of the computers dash delivered. That means none of the computers were delivered. It is taken as plural. Right? Did you understand? The same word, the same indefinite pronoun is being used in singular sentence and plural sentence. But based on the noun form, the verb being used is being changed. But for countable nouns and uncountable nouns, when you are taking uncountable nouns, they are being taken as a single unit. Right? Next word, you can say any. So we are asking a question here. Dash any of his advice. Dash any of his advice helpful. So what will come? Is or are? Because we are talking about singular or plural verb form. We are talking about any. So is any of his advice helpful? Advice is a piece of information. Okay. Advice is taken as uncountable noun. It is just one. None of his advice. Is any of his advice helpful? None of his advice is helpful. Similarly, is any of his advice helpful? Now, the same sentence, dash any of their advices helpful. When it is a countable noun, why are we using advices here? You have to remember that there is a plural form of pronoun here, there. We are trying to talk about many. So, many advices, many people's advices. So, are any of their advices helpful? Then what will we ask? Are, because we are talking about many. Are any of their advices helpful? Still we are using the same word any only, but it is not being used in plural form. Only thing, the verb form is changing based on the nouns being used. Okay? One more example with some. Some of the information. Some of the information dash important. That means some of the information. Information is again an uncountable noun. Information is an uncountable noun. So some of the information, from that information, some is important. Some of the information is important. But when we want to say it in plural, some of the lectures. Some of the lectures. Lectures here means various speeches being given, various classes being taken. Then, important. So, some of the lectures are important. You can't say some of the lectures is important. Some of the lectures are important. Like some of the students. Some of the students. So, students is a plural noun form. So, you need to use are. Some of the students are absent. Okay? Now, most of my homework dash finished. Most of my homework. What is this homework? It is an uncountable noun. So, you will take it as a single one. Most of my homework is finished. You won't say most of my homework are finished. Okay? So, you have to say most of my homework is finished. Dash any of you. Dash any of your luggage missing. Now, if I am saying luggage, what is this luggage? It's taken as all the baggages. Provided if I say baggages, baggages will be many. Then it is plural. So, then are any of your baggages missing? If I am saying luggage, it is a single noun. That is uncountable noun. So, is any of your luggage missing? Similarly, none of the people dash injured. None of the people. So, people, what is this people? People is a collective noun. If it is person, it is singular. Okay, people is a collective noun. So, plural. None of the people are injured. You won't say none of the people is injured. Okay, all learning dash useful. Learning is an uncountable noun. Learning is an uncountable noun. So, it is taken as single. All learning is useful. Whatever you learn is useful. Okay. So that is how it goes on. These are the most confusing indefinite pronouns we can say. Most, all, none, some and any. So try to make sentences, and next time when you do, you just remember the noun form and the verb form, like what verb form is supposed to be used based on the noun form, whether it is countable or uncountable, or similarly in countable also whether it is singular or plural, right? So uncountable noun is taken as singular and considered as singular, and coming to countables, if it is singular you will be taking it as singular, if it is plural you will take it as plural. So that is it. So please practice. Thank you.